What is up, YouTube? This is your two-wheel pilot signing in. This is quite a funny day. Looks like it might rain later. Hopefully I can get to work without getting soaked. Today I just want to make another test video. Try and see if I get this audio sorted out. I have now got myself the field recorder, the Zoom H1n, with the same microphone I recorded with my first video, but I have made a few changes in mic placement and also to my helmet. I'll start off with explaining what I did to my helmet. I actually made myself a wind curtain for my helmet at my chin, and hopefully that'll prevent a lot of wind from actually coming into the helmet. Then I have, like I said, gotten the Zoom H1n, which is a field recorder. So I'm not recording to my smartphone anymore, I'm actually recording to the field recorder, which means I still need to sync my audio up later on, afterwards in post. I should be getting a lot crisper and better audio, and hopefully my audio won't be clipping anymore. I did a few tests over the last day or so and last night just to see what it sounds like, and all fingers crossed, audio should be good to go. Now we'll see now as I get onto the freeway, when I get some more wind, I'll have a better idea once I listen to this track to see what the wind will sound like because of the wind curtain I made on my helmet. So let's hope for the best. Now let me just go a little bit over the Zoom H1n. It's actually the upgrade for the original Zoom H1. They made a few changes regarding the layout of the buttons and so on, and they also replaced the screen with a clearer screen. Ah, look at that. How's it? And so it's basically the same device. They've basically just given it a facelift, essentially. Now, what this device can do is, there's a few main functions that hopefully will actually help me with my motovlogs. One of them being the limiter and also the low cut filter. Maybe the third one, the gain control. Now, with the gain control, like I said, I can actually control the levels of the microphone. So I should be able to prevent clipping from happening, because I can actually turn the gain way down, so volume is recorded at a much lower level. It was doing through my smartphone, because through the smartphone I don't have any control over that. Basically just take what you get. Secondly, it's got the low cut filter. Now what a low cut filter does, you can reduce or prevent certain frequencies from being recorded, like in your bass notes, in your low end. You can cut down on the 80 Hz, 120 Hz, and then also 160 Hz. And those, apparently, according to what I've read, those are the frequencies that actually, most of your wind noise will fall into those frequency range. The highway looks like terrible, so I won't be taking that this morning. So I've got my limiter set to 120 Hz. Hopefully that'll prevent most of the wind noise that might still come through, or some of the vibration that might actually come from the wind outside the helmet. Maybe that'll prevent a lot of that from coming through on the audio. Then it's also got the limiter. It's a function that actually prevents your audio from clipping. So any audio frequency that comes close to clipping, it'll actually just like minimize those signals. It'll prevent the audio from going anywhere above -6 decibels on the recording. So I won't have any clicky sounds on my recordings anymore. Although I have actually not got it on at the moment because I'm actually still testing it out to see if it's actually necessary, because I actually do want to record as much information as possible to see if it's even necessary to use it. Now, obviously, if I do go on freeways and stuff where there's a lot of wind noise and vibration that comes into the helmet, I might actually need to use that. But this morning, because the highway was all messed up, I'm not going onto the freeway. As I mentioned, the H1n Zoom has got a much greater dynamic range that it can record. It's much better than the smartphone. It records 24-bit at 96 kilohertz or something like that. For you guys who know audio, you'll probably know what that means. Only thing I can say is that I checked out a few guys on YouTube where they compare the H1 to like a Canon camera's audio, and wow, there's a massive difference. Okay, so now I'm going 88 kilometers per hour, and this is what the wind resistance will be like. This will give me a pretty good indication of if I'm able to use this track or not. Last night going to home, I was testing the H1 Zoom without the wind curtain I added, and although the audio sounded much better, I was actually still not very happy with the wind noise that was coming through. Now, I'm wondering actually if some of these guys who do motovlogs have better audio and wind resistance in their helmets, because the helmet on the inside's actually got fabric on the inside where your mouth is. Now, I've got the Shark D-Squall helmet, and it's got a very small, thin wind curtain on it, but it's not enough to really prevent wind noise from coming in. It's more for preventing wind from coming into your face, more so than audio. Now, I've added basically a second layer of the wind curtain by adding a piece of fabric on top of that. So I've got some more wind resistance, but because the helmet on the front where my mouth is actually a smooth plastic, I'm actually wondering if that is what's causing some noise bouncing around in the helmet. So I'm wondering if other helmets actually have a material lining on the inside where the people's mouths are, which would actually absorb a lot of noise bouncing around. It's almost like a studio environment where they have these foam boards against the walls that prevent sound from bouncing around. So I'll actually be looking at that. I'll ask some of my friends with helmets and ask them or actually just look at their helmets and see what they look like. That could actually be a really big reason why I'm struggling specifically with my audio. But hopefully this sounds a lot better than my previous recording. Fairly confident it should, but from what I've heard so far, the quality itself is much better. It's just more getting rid of the wind noise. So anyway guys, that was my video for the day. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my audio situation. And please let me know what's your opinion. Is it sounding better? Is it worth it? Do you guys have an H1n? Have you guys got different settings? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. This is your two-wheel pilot signing out.